Night, the respected forces of Ukraine once again launched a new wave of strikes on key Russian targets.
You made it out. The evacuation is still ongoing.
Last night, Ukrainian forces and guards struck key Russian targets. Where? Out to the wasteland and back. Getting there in time is terrifying. And what's there? It's a market. Right now.
At Russian targets, refineries in Saratov and Ryazan detonated, and a powerful explosion completely halted traffic on the Trans-Siberian Railway. We attacked the Trans-Siberian. This is just spectacular, friends. Russia is losing radars, oil ports, infrastructure, fuel, missiles, air defense systems, while the Kremlin pretends nothing is happening. Now I'll show you exactly where the strikes were carried out, what was destroyed, and how this affects the war. Let's watch.
Let's start with something pleasant.
Roman Tsvetan always, certainly.
He says we should carry out an attack at the Rublyovka bathhouses as he suggests, of course.
This is most likely.
It appears to be a deliberate act of sabotage carried out by our so-called well-wishers, as Roman Grigorievich often says. Those people who claim to care about us. Here they are, right in front of us, the elite and exclusive Rublyovka bathhouses now burning fiercely. Moscow woke up in smoke. In the Moscow suburbs, the elite Malencha bathhouses are on fire. This is a facility that opened with great fanfare in October 2025. The cost was over 2 billion rubles. The source of the fire is the boiler room, the steam room area. Most likely, State Duma deputies or Russian officials used to steam there. The complex is 7,000 square meters. The burned area already exceeds hundreds of square meters. 130 people have been evacuated. Panic, smoke, cold, confusion. In short, a feast for the eyes, for the residents and... In Moscow, this incident struck a blow to the shiny facade so diligently constructed by the city authorities. Expensive complexes, luxury, victory will be ours. Victory will be ours. But behind the facade, bathhouses are burning, houses are collapsing, oil refineries are exploding, and this is only the beginning. My favorite topic is Novorossiysk. -4 S-400 systems. Ukrainian drones have delivered one of the most painful blows to the Russian air defense system. According to the SBU, 4 S-400 launchers were destroyed, 2 early warning radars burned down, and the military unit's infrastructure suffered serious damage. The detonation lasted for several hours. The S-400 is, in general, the pride of the Russian army. Each such system costs hundreds of millions of dollars. Yes, we did this. And now there are 4 launchers that simply no longer exist. Russia is forced to pull equipment from deep within the country. The cherry on top, the strike on the USSR's oil infrastructure, Sheskary, Saratov, Ryazan. Ukrainian defense forces carried out a multi-layered operation in Novorossiysk. The oil port, the Sheskary terminal, is on fire. The UN has suspended oil export operations. A Russian oil complex stopped exports after being hit. On satellite images, take a look at these photographs. They're right in the heart of the area.
They're aiming, just as we thought. Looks like it, doesn't it? Oh, Vlad, please step back for a moment. It could very well be my turn next if we're not careful. Where's that going, do you see? That's heading straight to the empty lot in the back, right behind us, where nobody is standing at the moment.
Unbelievable. This is horrifying.
It's just crazy. Get out, get out, get out.
Get out now, please. Saratov?
The Saratov oil refinery processes almost 5 million tons of oil per year after the precise strike. The Saratov oil refinery. The plant processes almost 5 million tons of oil per year. After a precise strike, a massive fire broke out at the facility despite all the secrecy. Storage tanks, pipelines, and the primary processing unit were burning. This is one of the key hubs supplying fuel to the Russian army. The Ryazan oil refinery is one of the largest in Russia, processing up to 17 million tons per year. At night, residents of Ryazan heard explosions and saw pillars of fire. Governor Malkov, as usual, claimed that 25 drones were shot down, that these were just debris. But eyewitness footage shows the opposite, a direct hit and a fire. And as the cherry on top, the Trans-Siberian Railway was blocked, a key artery. A special operation was carried out that paralyzed traffic on the Trans-Siberian Railway, the main route through which the Kremlin receives weapons and ammunition from North Korea. As a result of the explosion, a freight train derailed, the railway tracks were damaged, and all movement was completely halted. This is a blow to logistics that Russia can barely withstand. The long-range Neptunes, a new weapon in action. Ukraine has officially used the long-range Neptunes, modified long-range missiles. These missiles penetrate defenses, strike hundreds of kilometers away, and destroy infrastructure that Russia considers invulnerable. GUR released footage of a Neptune strike that derailed a Russian freight train and stopped logistics. Ukraine used Neptune missiles to strike Russian targets. Solovyov, of course,
as usual,
is furious. I'm in a state of mild rage. In the past 24 hours, Moscow is burning, an oil refinery is detonating, an S-400 was destroyed in Novorossiysk, they're hitting radar stations, transit is paralyzed, oil depots and refineries are ablaze in the south and center of Russia, and an oil loading port has been attacked. The air defense system can't cope, the Kremlin is in a panic, and Russian propaganda is trying to explain everything away as falling debris. The air defense system can't cope, the Kremlin is in a panic, and Russian propaganda is trying to explain everything as falling debris. But for some reason, these debris are hitting precisely S-400s, oil refineries, military units, and oil terminals. Friends, now let's, as usual, take a look at a breakdown of top-notch Russian propaganda. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel for more, and write a few words in the comments to support Ukraine. Glory to Ukraine, glory to the heroes. We will definitely
win. We will win. It's not surprising that people then run up to Lara's children. They have a female model of behavior. They grew up with their mother. That's normal. I'm not judging. They saw a female model. It's not surprising that later people will run to the upper Lara's children. They have a female behavioral model. They grew up with their mother. That's normal. I don't even judge them. They saw a female model of behavior. So in a
crisis, they don't defend the country or protect family. They hide. This must change. Russia is in trouble. We're dying out. Right now, I'm mildly angry. Yesterday, for some reason, there was a presentation of someone in our country. A robot. And before that, we already had such robots. We showed them. There was Fedor, the robot. He did something there, a manipulator. Listen, who are you trying to fool? Just explain what you're doing, huh? Really, what are you doing? Why? The company was created recently, so they just went and showed it. Here we are, there. How wonderful. A lot of money has already been allocated. Can't swear here, but it's a huge amount, just so everyone understands. And then, to the music from Rocky, they bring a Russian man, an idol, onto the stage. Two guys walk with him, and basically he just falls flat on his face. They pick him up also to the music and take him away. The main thing is probably... Quickly, let's get the materials. Was this a film about how to steal government or private money? What was all this about? According to Idol's general director, Vladimir Vitukin, the localization level has already reached 77%, with a target of 93%. The company, LLC Idol, was registered just a few months ago, but has already received support. The new technological coalition, which includes leading Russian IT and robotics companies. Leading Russian IT and robotics companies. A source from Aria Novosti in the market reported that Idol's value could range from 100 to 300 million rubles. I understand that Vladimir Vitukin will try to reach out to me to explain why so early. Vladimir, why are you... You crawled out onto the stage making your appearance in front of everyone. Why did you decide to show this kind of disgrace, this embarrassment to the public? It's honestly at the level of a simple children's toy, and on top of that, to make matters even worse, someone, somehow, managed to find out the price. What exactly is your goal here? Is it to compromise, to undermine the entire Russian IT and robotics industry as a whole? Meanwhile, Elon Musk's so-called Kung Fu robot, which is supposed to meet our idol, just falls over in front of everyone, unable to even stand properly. From just the sight.
If our technology matches the West, I have one question. When will arrests and executions start here? People in Donbass endure much, asking only for 30 minutes of water a day.
For the sake of one thing, truly and sincerely, we focus. For the sake of one thing.
For the sake of a great victory, you think 30 minutes a day? No, they don't even ask that. They're given water twice a week, and that's not the main thing. Our guys are bringing victory closer, and victory will be ours. What is said about a woman? What are her roles? That is, the God-given natural abilities in her? It's to be a wife, a mother, a domestic fairy, the mistress of the house. We don't give this any religious meaning. To be a domestic fairy, the mistress of the house. In wise books, there's a figurative term, to be a goddess. We don't attach religious meaning to this, but the idea is that a woman can make someone happy. A woman shouldn't have to work, and...
But there aren't more people, Vladimir Vladimirovich, so what's the problem? They're trying to drag British troops to the border with Belarus, French troops to the south, and then we'll hit them hard, and the coffins will start flying. They're trying to station British troops on the border with Belarus, French troops in the south, and then we'll strike them hard, and the coffins will start flying. If there's even anything left to bury after tactical nuclear weapons, that's what they've brought the country to. And now the Ukrainians who are dying at the front, who are just being ground into dust, are they fighting for this? So that their sisters, wives, daughters would have to work as prostitutes in German brothels while they're being sent to slaughter. The fate of Ukraine doesn't concern anyone in this world except Russia and the Ukrainian people. Only now our Ukrainian people are already here. And those who are still there, I don't care about them at all. Not a single one. There's not a single one left for me there. Maybe 100 people in the underground. They've proven themselves. They rejoiced. They continue to support the Nazis with their taxes. They will all answer for this. Except for those who realize in time, come forward, leave Ukraine, or make an effort to prove that. On the way to Kursk province, they rejoiced and still support Nazis with taxes. All will answer, except those who act in time, leave Ukraine, or prove they oppose the Nazi regime. The minister has no real power. Anyone could be a minister in the UK, as they just cycled through unpopular people.
A guy from India, clearly financial by...
By the way, regarding...
The prophetic qualities of Vladimir Vladimirovich. Do you understand today what will happen in 2030? I think it will be about the same. I just know what I want to achieve from this confrontation. It's clear we can't win militarily now for many reasons. But I want our turn to the global south to be genuine, not just for show. I want us to really build the military strategic cooperation we have with North Korea and several Latin American countries, especially Cuba, Venezuela and Nicaragua. All these countries are waiting for our help and counting on it. And these are really the strongest trump cards in the game with Trump. Because how are we playing with Trump right now? We do something small and then look at Trump. Trump, do you see, we kind of have new agreements with Africa. We have something with India, right? And we glance over at him, right? But when we stop glancing over at him and just turn our backs and start actually doing this, we'll bring in 25,000 Cubans for the war, set up 4 military bases in Venezuela, and then they'll come knocking on our door and say, guys, let's make a deal. Well, obviously, you're up to something. This sense of samurai-like cold-bloodedness, which, by the way, North Korea has, Russia needs that, at least to some extent. But we're getting closer to it. The universe itself is pushing us in that direction. We're trying our hardest to renegotiate, but no one is willing to renegotiate with us. No one has met us halfway on anything, not even a single step. I mean, for how long now? What, 2... For 3 years, we've told everyone, do it this way, we'll give this back, we won't go there, we won't denazify here, Zelensky.
We won't remove him.
We won't use really big bombs, but no one will compromise. Trump said, no Donbass, Zaporizhia or Kherson, just make peace so he can get the Nobel Prize. Then we'll see what happens. That's it. Our well-intentioned proposals are in.
This
Maybe there are about 100 people underground. They applauded when entering the Kursk province. They were happy, they continued to support the Nazis with their taxes. They will all be held fully accountable for this, except for those who realize in time, truly repent, leave Ukraine, or make a genuine effort to prove that, and will endure. Thank you so much for joining us on this incredible journey so far. While this chapter of our story has come to a close, there is still so much more to come. The adventure is far from over, and we are excited to share even more amazing moments, thrilling discoveries, and unforgettable experiences with you in the future. Please stay tuned, because the next part of our story is just around the corner. We truly appreciate your support and enthusiasm, and we can't wait to continue this journey together. To be continued. So what was all this about? What exactly was this seemingly endless and ongoing disgrace truly all about? Meanwhile, as all of this was happening, our Chinese comrades... This film was about stealing government or private money, an endless disgrace. Meanwhile, our Chinese comrades, I'm filled with hatred and at a loss for words. China has unveiled its next product. Take a look at this. The Chinese have unveiled a new humanoid robot, not with a nice Russian name, Idol. They just took it, cut it, and showed it off. This is what it looks like. Tell me, can we compare the gait of the two robots? Why did you put on this disgrace for the whole world to see? According to Idol's CEO, Vladimir Vitukin, the localization level has already reached 77%. And the target figure is 93%. The company LLC Idol was registered just a few months ago, but has already received support from a new technological coalition that includes leading Russian IT and robotics companies. A source from RIA Novosti in the market reported that the cost of Idol could range from 100 to 300 million rubles. Ah! This is the disgrace you showed. Why? This is the Optimus robot by Elon Musk. Why did you show this disgrace? This is Elon Musk's Optimus robot. It's dancing. And then just a few days later, the same robot. You can see everything, right? And notice, there's no music to guide its movements. There are no people walking alongside it, right? None of that is there. There's this funny guy, Elon Musk, who shows off what his robot can do. And now, on the battlefield, you have Elon Musk's robot, a Chinese robot, and the Idol. Well, first of all, it'll be immediately obvious that the Idol needs to be accompanied by two people in costume who have to hold its head because it just falls over. And next to it, you have Elon Musk's dancing robot. But everything is fine with us.